Let's talk about DARKPULSE. What's up investors and welcome back to the channel. DARKPULSE is a company that I've been watching over the past few months and they've really been making huge ground in the past few weeks. This stock was trading at just 2 cents when I became aware of it and now it's at over 17 cents. In fact, they are up over 1700% since January. So today we'll be looking at who are DARKPULSE, what they do in the industries they serve, we'll look at the very latest news, we'll look at the management team and recent appointments. Management here have ties to the Department of Defense and the Pentagon, so stick around for that. Finally, we'll look at the charts and I'll give you my conclusion on this stock. Before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to do this research and bring you these videos. So if you find any value, can I ask you to smash that like button? It literally costs nothing, but it helps me out so much. If you want to hear more about DARKPULSE and get update videos whenever they release news, then liking the video shows me you want to see more. I'm aiming to get 200 likes on this video, help me make it happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on the new content like this. If you want free money, check out Webull, who are giving away 2 free stocks worth up to $2,000 if you open an account using my referral link. Sell those stocks and buy the stocks you really want. It's basically free money, so check that out in the description below. And if you want to support my channel, check out my Patreon. What do you think of DARKPULSE? Have you invested and what price target do you have? I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. So DARKPULSE is a leader in the distributed fiber sensor solutions. Their system outperforms all other distributed fiber sensors in the market today. Within the past decade, a new approach towards improved spatial resolution was invented, called dark pulsing. Without this, conventional BOTDA sensing systems are only practicable for fire detection and large-scale strain changes. DARKPULSE are a New York-based tech company that manufactures, sells, installs and monitors laser sensing systems based on their patented technology, which provides a data stream of critical metrics for assessing the health and security of infrastructure, including pipeline, oil and gas facilities, as well as mining operations. DARKPULSE's patented sensor technologies enable the monitoring of highly dynamic environments due to its greater resolution and accuracy coupled with industry-leading data collection speeds. The resulting high-speed real-time monitoring capabilities of a DARKPULSE solution satisfy a broad range of existing and emerging requirements. The company's patented process results in low production costs with increased sensing capabilities that easily integrate with existing technologies, making upgrades simple and cost-effective. Its technology excels when applied to live dynamic critical infrastructure and structural monitoring, including pipeline, perimeter and surveillance, ship hull integrity, aircraft components monitoring, and mining safety. The company's fiber-based monitoring system can assist markets that are not currently served. Its unique technology covers extended areas and any event that is translated into a change or strain in the temperature can be detected. The company is continuing to explore strategic alliances through joint ventures, licensing of the technology and acquisitions to expand its global market position, which we'll talk more about in a moment. DARKPULSE has plans to serve a variety of industries including pipeline. DARKPULSE sensor configurations are available for monitoring areas in or around buried or above ground pipelines that are 100 kilometers or more in length, or for localized areas as small as 8 centimeters in diameter. That's about 2 to 3 inches. The DARKPULSE system has the capability to determine wall deformation, corrosion, pipe wall thickness, pressure, strain and temperature from sensor data collected in real time. The DARKPULSE system offers multiple power sources for continuous monitoring including solar and battery, which allows for off-grid installations. Their software is also configurable to preset threshold values that when reached activate an alarm signal that is sent to DARKPULSE's central monitoring center. Based on the client's needs, a multitude of actions are available including dispatch of emergency work crews or UAVs. What really makes DARKPULSE better than any other system available is the resolution and extremely fast processing speeds, which makes them cost much less than other sensor systems. A DARKPULSE system costs 1/3 less than conventional systems while providing a 200 times improvement in resolution, and offers benefits such as real-time monitoring and maintenance is possible, corrective action can be performed prior to pipe buckling, increased productivity, cost savings and lower risk to the environment and safe for use in flammable environments. Through their partnership with the Lowell Institute of Mining Resources, DARKPULSE has created a real-time sensor system that can detect the location and movement of personnel and equipment throughout a mining operation. The mine safety systems can also determine and display airflow, air quality, temperature, geothermal data, seismic events, equipment location and material distribution. Their sensing system is an integral part of any exploration, production, engineering and safety program. There can be fewer workplaces that could be deemed to be as high risk in terms of health and safety than working in oil production. Thankfully, major catastrophes are rare, but when they do occur, they are extremely detrimental to both personnel and environment. Remember the BP Deepwater Horizon spill in 2010. With a dark pulse system, critical temperature, pressure and strain measurements are made on a continuous basis throughout the drill, casing, wellhead and production trees, allowing for comprehensive monitoring of critical values and early warning of changes and potential problems, resulting in corrective action before an accident occurs. For security, they offer intrusion detection with dark pulse distributed optical fiber sensors. Protecting an area from intrusion requires a sensor system that can detect events at any location at any time. Dark Pulse's fiber optic sensors have a clear advantage in that they cover extended areas. The same sensor can be used in many configurations. For instance, it can measure the deflection of the ground caused by tunneling, or it can detect motion in a chain link fence caused by an intruder climbing. Compared to other distributed sensor systems available, the Dark Pulse system has faster measurement times, lower cost per unit and lower power requirements, making it ideal for remote installations. In the latest news, Dark Pulse announces intent to acquire Teradata Unmanned, a drone-based company offering multiple platforms including underwater capabilities. Teradata provides unmanned aircraft systems and remotely operated vehicle services and consulting to both commercial and government clients. Teradata offers fully integrated drone-based geo-rectified 3D modeling mapping for industrial applications including transportation departments, water management agencies and engineering firms. Teradata inspects bridges, piers, dam and lock systems, water treatment facilities and more. Teradata provides unique services critical in countering and increasing public safety concern. Their ROV inspection services are needed more than ever as the United States struggles to assess conditions and deterioration of aging infrastructure. Specializing in underwater inspection through their unmanned vehicles, Teradata mitigates the safety concerns surrounding human divers. They will join Dark Pulse's growing list of world-class capabilities and the company's positioning as a leader in infrastructure sensing and monitoring in all domains, air, land and sea. We are excited to be joining the Dark Pulse family alongside remote intelligence and wildlife specialists, which we'll talk about in just a moment. Teradata's ability to work in difficult marine conditions with accuracy, efficiency and expert results while eliminating risk to humans is a game changer. Dark Pulse will acquire 60% of the issued and outstanding voting capital stock or equity interests of Teradata in exchange for restricted shares of the common stock of the company worth $200,000, with a price per share to be stated in the agreement and $400,000 to be paid within 12 weeks of closing. Post-closing, we expect the additional cash will be invested in Teradata's ongoing operations to be applied towards working capital and expansion of the business. This follows on from last month, where Dark Pulse announced letters of intent to acquire both drone-based AI services, remote intelligence and wildlife specialists. Dark Pulse today announced the signing of 2 letters of intent to acquire controlling positions of both remote intelligence and wildlife specialists, 2 firms together offering fully integrated drone-based geo-rectified 3D model mapping for industrial applications, specializing in the energy and environmental service specializing in the oil and gas industry. Remote Intelligence provides a premier unmanned aerial service as part of its holistic intelligence consultation and solutions. Remote's focus is aerial drone systems offering rapid comprehensive site mapping and aerial inspection services. Integrating the latest tech solutions including artificial intelligence, Remote Intelligence is globally connected with a base of operations in Pennsylvania. These acquisitions of majority positions in both entities represents another key piece of the strategy that will allow Dark Pulse to expand its system capabilities and open new service lines for growth in 3 businesses. These acquisitions will solidify our relationship and allow the company to meet new challenges and opportunities as we position ourselves to be the fundamental infrastructure technology. Under the terms of each letter of intent, Dark Pulse will acquire 60% of Remote Intelligence and 60% of Wildlife Specialists, for an aggregate of $1.3 million, with $1 million to be paid in cash and $300,000 to be paid in common shares of Dark Pulse, which are scheduled to be paid out equally between the company's majority shareholders in 2 tranches. First, $300,000 in restricted common shares and the remaining $1 million cash due within 12 weeks of closing. Additional cash will be invested in remote intelligence ongoing operations to be applied towards working capital and expansion of the business. Joining forces with remote intelligence not only allows platform integration with DARKPULSE's monitoring service by providing drone-based eye-in-the-sky capabilities, but allows DARKPULSE to expand its service offerings to remote customers, stated DARKPULSE CEO Dennis O'Leary. We'll talk a bit more about Dennis O'Leary in just a moment. In other recent news at DARKPULSE, on June 23rd they signed a teaming agreement with Graycon Construction Inc. to act as the company's installation partner, and on June 28th they signed a teaming agreement with SurSafe LLC to act as the company's safety, support and quality assurance auditors. And in April, DARKPULSE announced plans to uplist onto the OTCQB. We believe that trading on the OTCQB will increase DARKPULSE's visibility to the investment community, including institutional investors, as we continue to solidify our position in the critical infrastructure key resources market. With significant growth expected of our technology sales strategy and an emphasis on transparency, management believes that the company is ready to uplist onto the OTCQB venture market as part of its plan to trade on larger markets such as the Nasdaq. So as we can see, DARKPULSE have been very busy lately, and this is very much reflected in the share price. DARKPULSE has gone from about 2 cents to over 16 cents in the past few weeks. That's over 1700% gained since the start of the year, and they now currently have a market cap of nearly $1 billion. So let's look at the management team at DARKPULSE. First we have CEO and Chairman of the Board Dennis O'Leary. DARKPULSE was founded by Dennis O'Leary after familiarizing himself with the inner workings of the system and methods. Mr. O'Leary created and named the new venture DARKPULSE. He has forged key alliances with governments, defense establishments and strategic educational partners around the world. A former NYPD police officer, he is now a serial entrepreneur. He is also the founder and former chairman of Sulu Electric Power and Light Corp, a utility-scale solar power firm located in the Philippines. Mr. O'Leary has extensive international business and technical knowledge and more than 20 years expertise, including experience in communications and energy, command post network operation protocol, and he is also a member of NATO's NMSG. Now, what I consider to be a very big addition to the management team at DARKPULSE is their new Chief Strategy Officer. In May 2021, Dr. Joseph Catalino joined DARKPULSE as Chief Strategy Officer. Joe has led a number of high-level incentives resulting in impressive results as one of the Pentagon's top freelance executives, cementing his reputation as a fixer, builder, closer and change agent. For the past 6 years, he has led multiple organizations and teams within the US Defense Department. Joe was the last head of the Pentagon's Task Force for Business and Stability Operations. Wow. I always speak on this channel about the importance of having highly connected people on the team, and highly connected people with connections to governments even better. Just look at this guy. He developed the Pentagon's first ever counter-terrorism partnership program office. A $1.3 billion initiative provided a sustainable nation-building focus, allowing the US government to respond more nimbly to evolving terror threats. In addition to his government activities, Joe has led in private sector firms with extensive experience in business development, with capture results and capital generation in the millions, public-private healthcare delivery and health service administration. Joe holds a PhD and an M&A in public policy health services, an MSA in health service administration, a BS in workforce education development, and is a graduate of the United States Air Force Air War College, and was named a Homeland Security Professional to Watch. Looking here at the 6-month chart, we can see that DARKPULSE started to rise in early February from just over 1 cent as high as 4 cents before the dip in the market caused it to drop back down to 0.015 in March, and it had been trading sideways from March up until the first week of June. As we seen a moment ago, over the past 2 months the company has been making huge progress and regularly issuing PR statements. This has not gone unnoticed by investors, and we can see here that in June the price started to rise rapidly. We can see here that in just a matter of days, in mid-June the stock went from 2 cents up to 9 cents before dropping back to around 4 cents. Since then they've been on a steady climb back up to about 9 cents here this month, but during the week DARKPULSE really took off, and this went from 0.095 as high as 0.177 before the market closed on Friday. That's nearly a 100% gain in just 4 days. So guys, that brings us to the end of the video. Before I give you my final thoughts, if you have watched all the way through, then please hit that like button. And remember, Webull are giving away 2 free stocks if you sign up using my referral link, so make sure you do that. And if you're new around here, remember to hit that subscribe button and bell notification, follow me over on Twitter and join the new Facebook group. All links below. So what do I think? This is a stock that I've been watching for the past few months. The level of potential here is great. DARKPULSE are offering best-in-class services at a lower cost and far more effective than anyone else. This is a company that has gone from lower than 1 cent at the start of the year to over 17 cents this week. And I see no reason to think that they'll stop anytime soon. This may well be the technology stock of 2021, like we had Humble or Alpine 4 Technologies in 2020. And like these, DARKPULSE has got big plans. They are already in the process of uplisting to the OTCQB, which will bring them even more credibility and bring in more potential investors. But they also have plans to uplist to the Nasdaq. This would be huge, as it would bring the possibility of major institutional investors who do not invest in pink stocks. In my opinion, the future is very bright for DARKPULSE, and I see the share price continuing to go up until at least the OTCQB listing. There might be a bit of a pullback at that point, and then I would expect it to continue up some more. As always guys, this is just my opinion. If anyone is thinking about buying into the stock, I encourage you to do your own research, and if you find anything of interest that I've not mentioned in this video, leave a comment down below and I'll look into it. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Thanks for watching the video. What are your thoughts on DARKPULSE and how high do you think this will go? Leave a comment down below and I'll catch you in the next one.